XC40 camera through its paces, paired with a different Rolex watch at each location. We'll test them in different environments, see how each watch and the XC40 performs in their natural elements, the outdoors. What really helps the Rolex Submariner Date as a tool watch is its bracelet. With its glide lock system, it's so nice. It's freezing cold out here. It's about 22 degrees, and with wind chill, it's probably in the teens, low teens. Readjust the glide lock system and just have it over my jacket. The Rolex Submariner Date, maybe the most iconic tool watch in the world. It has proven itself to me, and I know I can put my full faith in this watch. I know I can set it for when sunset's gonna be, I can time my hikes. It will not fail on me. The Rolex Submariner Date is more than just a watch. It's a tool built for reliability in all environments. For over 60 years, it's been the go-to for explorers, divers, adventurers worldwide. And as a photographer, I trust it because I know it can handle any terrain, any weather, and still perform flawlessly. To the bottom of the ocean, to the peak of a mountaintop, I have full faith in my Rolex Submariner Date. I'm out here in the great outdoors with two pieces of gear that I consider the absolute best in their fields. One for photography and one for timekeeping. The Phase One XC40 and the Rolex Submariner Date are hands down the ultimate tools for an adventure photographer. Good morning. It is day 3 out here in Utah, and man, it's been cold. Last night was pretty rough. Got down in the teens and the wind was howling all night long. Even though I was in my truck, the wind, long night. So we're gonna head off to the Grand Canyon here soon. I just wanted to come check out the rest of Zion that I haven't seen here this trip while I'm up here. So we're up at stop 9 at the very top. And I'm just doing some quick shots here on the river. Had some fun playing with the camera. Just quick little stuff. I don't have much time. I want to get to the Grand Canyon for sunset. So just playing around a little bit. But here we go. So we just arrived here at the Grand Canyon. It took a lot longer than I expected. A lot of road construction during the off season here. But anyway, this helped me recognize how quickly for a medium format, this camera can be set up. And that can be the difference of getting the shot or not. So easy, quick to set up, put it on go, sun's going down, running a lake like I was today, hit it, and we're gonna get a beautiful sunset in this beautiful, beautiful location. Good morning, welcome to sunrise at the Grand Canyon. God, I just put my hood up, but then you couldn't hear the audio. It is freezing, it's in the single digits, and this is a good test for the camera. Like I talk about with my Rolex Submariner Date and my other Rolex tool watches, I trust them so much because they work so well in these freezing temperatures. They don't miss a beat. Where its quartz batteries die on me. My phone is dead. Oh God, it's cold. So
let's check out, let's see how well the camera can handle these freezing temperatures, see how long the battery lasts, and hopefully we'll get a decent sunrise. So for the last few years I've been setting up here. It's kind of weird. Every once in a while I get a breeze of really warm air. It almost feels like it's 10, 15 degrees warmer. It's almost when you're swimming out in the ocean, you swim into a different current, it gets a little bit warmer. That's what it feels like. Oh, wait here, I'm talking to a YouTube audience here. It's like if you're swimming by someone in a pool who's taking a wee. But I gotta ask the rangers about this. I wonder if there's just warm air coming up from the bottom of the canyon, because sometimes in the summertime I know it can be 50 degrees hotter down there than up here. But now with freezing temperatures, I'm not gonna lie, it's a nice little break from this freezing cold weather. So once again, in these sub-zero temperatures, I use the glide lock system on my Rolex Submariner to put over 3 layers of jackets, and so it fits, and so I don't have to keep moving my jacket up. It's a nice feature, I love it. And the toughness, again, just keeps coming up more and more with these watches. I'm on my 3rd set of batteries through 3 different things, so my batteries are dying all over the place. Phone's dead, can't use that. The watch hasn't skipped a beat. It's still pretty much day accurate since I've started this journey. I think it's about a second fast over day 4 or day 5. Either way, it's about a second fast over that long, beating the hell, hiking with it. That's just so impressive. And the craftsmanship, like the watch, like the camera, when you have everything and it comes together, yes, it's expensive, but also too, it's gonna last decades upon decades. Now, if you follow my channel, you know I talk a lot about how my gear needs to be tough, robust, and resilient at the same time. Hence the Rolex tool watches. Those are pretty much the only watches I have found that can handle this 7-8 degrees this morning. Now it's reading 72 degrees, but in the sun, it's a lot harder. It's 80, it's hot. I mean, I'm wearing this, and this is getting too hot for me. For gear to put up with those huge fluctuations in temperature is a testament to how well designed and built they are. Like the Rolex Submariner Date, which is having no problems, not skipping a beat with this weather, extreme weather changes. The camera, the Phase One, I've had no problems with. It worked great this morning at cold weather. And speaking of these hot temperatures, as well as having the Rolex bracelet on for 5 days straight without taking it off, I'm going a little bit more of a comfortable route, so I switched to my Artem strap just for a little bit more comfort as I'm out here scouting the south rim of the Grand Canyon. Okay, gotta take a little break. Sorry about the exposure here. I know there's not much shade here in the Grand Canyon, but I need a break. Plus, sorry about that. I think I'm coming down with the flu. Okay, anyway though, expedition update. A lot has happened. I went scouting for about an hour or 2. Didn't find much. The main problem I'm having, the storm that was forecasted to hit us, or at least skirt alongside of the Grand Canyon, has stayed to the west. Weather changes, obviously. So the weather's not quite cooperating for photography. I think I might hang out here the rest of the day, have a beer, relax a little bit, catch up on some sleep, get some good food, get some nice warm food, spoil myself a little bit, and go into the Grand Canyon Village to get myself a dinner. And then tomorrow morning, I think I'll head down to Yosemite. They're getting weather right now. I'll enjoy the sun while I can, but I can't photograph with just direct sun and no clouds. So we'll head on down to Yosemite. Another thing to update you on, I'm really frustrated with myself. I'm having battery issues with all my gear. The camera is fine. I brought a bunch of those. Those are doing fine. As long as I stay off the screen, I can save them. This cold weather though, I've been burning through batteries, and me being an idiot, my little adapter that I plug into my truck to charge my Goal Zero battery broke, and I only have one. So 1 is none, 2 is 1 kind of thing. And now I can't charge batteries. I'm trying to use a solar panel. The only problem is the campsite is actually in shade, pretty much all in shade, and I can't get direct sun, not enough. Even if I plug it into my truck, it would take 5 or 6 hours to charge up this battery. With the solar panel, it's telling me like 2 or 3 days. So I can't charge any batteries. So that's a little bit of a hiccup. I'm gonna have to figure that out. I might get a hotel room. We'll see if I can walk in to see what the pricing's like. get a hotel room, charge everything up, because as of right now, these are my last batteries for the video camera. My lavaliers are on the, I hope it's still recording actually. These are on their last few bar, or their last single bar. They're almost done. I got to figure out a way to charge them, but I have about 6 or 7 just dead batteries right now that even when I warmed them back up, the cold just kind of froze them and they're dead. So camera gear, those have been tough enough. The watch obviously is fine. It's mechanical, so it charges by my movement. Another reason why I don't trust quartz batteries or batteries in my watches. I just trust the mechanics of a mechanical watch. As I move, it charges the watch. So there's been no issue there. All the other issues, just me being an idiot and not having a backup of something. And now that could be 100, 200, hell, we're in the Grand Canyon. That could be a $300 mistake if I have to get a hotel to charge stuff, because it's gonna take me all night to charge all these batteries, plus let alone the battery, the Goal Zero itself, that's gonna take 6 or 7 hours. Okay, let's go figure out what we're doing next. Even though the weather's not quite coming together, I'm at the Grand Canyon and I'm a photographer, so I'm gonna get out and take a shot. And from that scouting I did, I actually found a pretty unique little spot. This angle I feel really shows the complexity of the Grand Canyon. The foreground, the newer, what happened, maybe 1 million or 2 years ago, don't quote me on the numbers. And then the background, way back, happened hundreds of millions of years ago. I think this is kind of a fun, interesting shot. So let's see how the lighting plays out. And for you eagle-eyed viewers, you see I've switched from the Rolex Submariner Date to the Rolex Explorer. I wore the Submariner, the Submariner can handle this, but I wore the Submariner in Zion because mostly I was thinking I could get wet and be diving in slot canyons. Here though in the Grand Canyon, I am not going to be doing any swimming. This is a dry desert. So I thought, let's give it a chance. Let's give the Rolex Explorer 40 a chance, and who knows, maybe with this new camera, it's a better fit for my photography as a tool watch. Who knows though, maybe even my Rolex Explorer 2 is the best fit. We'll try these out over the next couple of days to see which one I like best working with this new camera setup and system. The light, I'm timing the light here in the foreground with the light in the background, how far the shadows are moving in a certain amount of time to see how it's going to be lit when the sun is setting. So this could be a pretty fun shot actually. Quick status update, I'm currently leaving the Grand Canyon heading for Yosemite National Park. The storm that didn't quite hit the Grand Canyon is just sitting on Yosemite, so we're head down there. So I did decide just to get a hotel room in Yosemite National Park. It's raining and I need to charge all my batteries because the cold has just zapped all the batteries. I got nothing. I made a calculated risk this last night and used my portable car jumping battery. And that has even lost a little bit of juice because of the cold, but I decided, okay, calculated risk, let's use that to at least charge my cell phone. So this morning I had power for my cell phone to at least get a little bit of video for you guys. And it was an amazing sunrise. I got a great shot. I'm excited about that, leaving on a high note. So I decided to come out for one last sunrise before I left, and it was a beautiful sunrise. I got nothing else to say after that. And now let's just do what, I don't know how long it's gonna be, 8, 9, something like that, down to Yosemite. The problem is you can't cut straight there. With the new snowfall, I gotta go around and come back. So it might be a long day, but let's enjoy it. It's a beautiful drive, most of it, until you hit the desert, but I'll enjoy it nevertheless, and we'll see. I'm excited to see what Yosemite holds. And since I am leaving the park earlier than planned, it's a Saturday today. This will allow me to run by on my way to Yosemite. There's an art showing, a formal event that I can now attend that I wasn't originally going to. So I switched my Explorer 40 back to the bracelet. So now it's a little bit more dressy, so I can wear that into the event. And I'm starting to think that's kind of the way to do this. Instead of having multiple watches, just have a nice Artman strap for when you're doing rugged stuff, when you're sweating, everything like that. But for the formal events, just have the bracelet on the side, and it takes what, a minute or two just to switch them in and out. That might be the way to do it.
Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you like what you saw, make sure to give us a thumbs up. Want to see more? Make sure to subscribe. Thanks again. Cheers.
So I have arrived at Yosemite. The weather promised rain. It is raining.